South LA, Shelby 13 Central. 5 George K. 5 George K. 5 George K. 496 Broadway between Blooming Springs.
Well, hey guys, I'm David Ridings with Crime Time Central. We're live on Stand Against Dark Blue, Facebook and YouTube. And I wanted to just cover a couple of body cams tonight. And well, one body cam and the other an idiot cam. We'll talk about that in a second. First, let's talk about the police in Chicago. This incident happened in Chicago, and I believe the gentleman's name was Anthony Garcia. No, Anthony Alvarez. And Mr. Alvarez had a firearm and ran from the police. He hadn't shot anybody. To my knowledge, had not pointed the weapon in the direction of the police officers. And I'm curious what you think. I know what I think. But I've been in situations like that, and it's just really... It's a difficult situation. When you're chasing somebody with a firearm, it does not take long for them to whip around and pull that trigger. They can do it as they run. They can do it over their shoulder. You have to take these on a case-by-case basis. We had one in Nashville, actually, and the police officer was charged with homicide. Officer Delkey comes up for a jury trial this summer, I believe. And I would distinguish this video from the one in Nashville, because the one in Nashville, the young man running with the gun did several times, point in the direction of the police. He never fired. But watch this video. Oh, and it is graphic, so I'll run the banner there, the discretion advised sensitive video banner. So this is police chasing Mr. Alvarez. Happens quick, so pay attention.
Hey, drop the gun! Drop the gun! What are you shooting me? You got a gun! Hey! Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
Let's watch that again.
What are you shooting me? You got a gun!
So you're going to see him run around here. The gun is going to end up right here on the ground, and you'll see right when he gets shot. He's actually trying to pitch it in the bushes without being seen. I mean, the cops have already seen him with the gun, so the point of ditching the firearm is futile at this point, but that's what he's trying to do. And he does pitch it right over there.
Why are you shooting me? You had a gun!
Hey, get on the ground!
Get on the ground!
1661, David. Shots fired.
Police.
Unit coming in with an emergency.
Stop. I'm gonna run the raid.
I'm gonna die.
Stop! I got you. Where are you shot? Stop. Where are you shot?
That's fired by police.
No, I'm gonna give him ready. I'm gonna run the raid. 1661, David. I'm rendering aid. I'm ready.
So one of them
Now,
tries
get
to
down,
cuff
stand
him.
down. The gun is right
We have
there.
an officer shot over
The
there.
gun is right there.
Available target.
And the other one very clearly says, no, I've got to render aid. And he's right. He does need to render aid. That one guy wants to cuff him so he's not a threat anymore. Of course, he's down and he's shot. He's not going anywhere. I believe the officer that wants to render aid is correct. And hat tip to Shannon, who sent me this video. Actually, I'd seen the video. We were going to do a video on it. And she had questions about, at this point, is it more important to handcuff the suspect or render aid? And of course, it's more important to render aid at this point.
Stop moving. I'm trying to help you.
1664 heading that way.
I'm trying to help you.
Send back simulcast.
I'm trying to stay with me, dude.
All right.
Stay with me.
Get the ambulance.
Stay with me, man. Stay with me.
We got EMS going again. Do we have any officers?
No officer shot down one. Offenders down, weapons at scene. Full EMS.
We got a weapon 0019 over there. And those officers are shot at that location.
Are you good, Evan?
Larry and
Evan, are you good?
One shot to Addison. I think it's taken.
I'm trying to put a tourniquet on.
All units stand down unless you have an we're getting called for shot fire.
So he's trying to get a tourniquet on this young man. Apparently, he was shot in, among other places, in the leg. And you can bleed out really quick, shot in the leg. So there's no shortage of these body cam videos. People send them to me and ask questions, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys that email us and direct message us and send these videos. They are interesting, and they're very controversial. I mean, you can argue both sides of this. I've been a police officer. I've been in a situation where I've chased somebody with a firearm, and I could have very easily been shot. I don't choose to shoot people in the back as they're running away unless they point at me. And if there was, there's been several times I've chased people with guns and not had a clear opportunity to shoot without hitting somebody else. The most memorable one, gosh, I'd been on the street. I was still with a MPO here in Nashville, and I had been out of the academy probably for less than a month. Happened upon what I thought was, I thought it was two people engaged in some kind of sexual act, and it was, the passenger door of the car was open and there was a person leaning in. Turns out the person leaning in was robbing the guy in the car, and it was actually a robbery. And we happened up on it, and the guy pulled a firearm and he took off running. I could see the firearm clearly. I was right behind him, maybe a car length behind him, if that. But he ran into a crowd of about 200 people in the parking lot of a Crystal. And he kept turning like he was going to shoot at me, and he was actually shaking the gun. I think the gun was jammed and it couldn't shoot. So policy-wise, I would have been clearly within my rights to shoot him and in accordance with policy. And actually, I was afraid he was going to shoot me. So there's that. But I was also afraid that if I fired at him, it would go through him and maybe hit another person. So I didn't. And as soon as he cleared the crowd, he stopped, threw the gun up in the air, and raised his hands. And, by that time he was surrounded by several police officers, and he took off running. He wanted to let every cop know I no longer have this gun, that I'm coming out of this crowd because he knew he was going to get shot. You know, I wouldn't have personally fired in this instance. The cop felt like he was afraid for his life, and he has to live with that. I don't believe that this is a racial thing. I don't think it's a criminal thing. That it's clearly a training video at this point. But I'm interested in what you think. Shoot or don't shoot. Would you have fired? It's easy to say that here in the comfort of your own home, having not had the adrenaline burst that this officer had in chasing this guy, and not had the fear of him having a firearm and what he could do if he turned around quickly. I just can't justify shooting somebody in the back as they're running. So, what do you say? Here's another thing I wanted to show you guys tonight. This idiot, I'm going to try to play this video in a way that I don't give him any street cred at all. Let me see if I can do that. No, can't do it. I would not go to this guy's website and follow him at all. That's why he does these things. He wants you to follow him. He wants you to subscribe.
So guys, enjoy the video.
And he's an idiot. I want to go on record. This guy is the problem. And he makes these videos. He goes up and he does just outrageous things, and he'll get in a cop's face and put his hands in his pockets, and he'll walk up on him with some kind of big mask on, a black hoodie and a mask. You can hear in some of the videos he's breathing hard because he's got this big, I guess it's some type of helmet mask. I don't ever see a video of him. I wish these cops would release some of these videos of this idiot. And I'm interested. Do you think, comment below, do you think that this is a good use of his time? Is it helpful? Is it educating anybody? He calls it a First Amendment audit.
And leave your comments below.
Anything you need help with? Anything I can help you with, sir? Mind taking your hand out of your pocket for me?
He won't talk to him.
Anything you need help with?
He won't take his hands out of his pocket.
All right. Have a great day.
And then he follows him. Now,
so there's something you can help with?
He's too close here.
No?
In my opinion, this officer has the right to pat him down for weapons. He is right on him. I mean, he's right on his back. He's in his personal space.
Back. Oh, this is open.
And he thinks he's going to go in this door here.
So it's not open?
Nope, not open. Thanks.
What? So what? So it's not open.
It's
Can I get a FOIA records request?
It's closed on the weekends. You cannot.
Can I get a FOIA records request? Can I get Sergeant?
Oh man, I'm sorry. Here, I'm not.
No.
Back that up. Sorry, I was not.
Just walking you back.
Have a great day.
Now here we go.
So there's something you can need help with? No? Okay.
Now, I'm a police officer. You don't get that close to me. Just to make your little YouTube video.
Just walking you back. Oh, this is open, huh? Okay, let's get in here.
Actually, it's not.
So it's not open?
Nope, not open. Thanks.
What? So what? So what? So it's not open.
You should just slam that boy's hands right in that door.
Can I get a FOIA records request? Can I get Sergeant?
Can I get a FOIA records request? He doesn't even know what a FOIA is. You're an idiot.
No?
He didn't want to talk to anybody.
I'm surrounded by multiple cops. Did you need something? Surrounded by multiple cops.
How are you?
And he does that on purpose. He gets right up in your personal space so you'll take a defensive stance, and then he calls it racism. Oh, maybe it's because I'm black that you're taking this defensive stance. Maybe it's because I'm black that you put your hand on your gun when I've got my hands in my pocket and I'm fully masked.
What's your name? Badge number.
What's your name and badge number? I would not answer that question.
Your name and badge number is 911?
Yes, sir.
That's your name and badge number.
Yes, sir.
Let me see your badge.
Are you going to jail? Okay.
Sir, you better not touch me.
I wasn't planning on touching you.
So, what's your name and badge number?
Neil, 1023.
1023.
Yeah.
Your badge number is 911. That's insane.
You're a jerk.
So, you guys are slacking. What are you guys doing? You should be working right now.
We are working.
You're working.
Running radar.
So you radared in cars.
Excuse me?
You radared in cars, you said?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Because it's a problem with speeding down here.
Okay. Is that just for revenue or is that for public safety?
Public safety.
Public safety. Okay. So we shouldn't be fining people. If you do spot somebody speeding, instead of fining them, tell them not to speed.
Okay. I appreciate your input.
And you came off kind of rude, man.
Oh, yeah. You came off kind of rude, man.
But you shouldn't be rude, all right? Be professional. You might not know who I am, but this is the nicest I've ever been to police officers. You should really see me. You should see me when I'm mad. I like to exercise my Second Amendment rights, too. So.
Sounds like a threat to me. This guy's a clown.
Good cops, not bad ones.
Disney XD. This guy's a clown. I hate to even give his page any cred. So, don't go follow him. Don't give him the benefit or the courtesy of a like.
I don't want to get.
Certainly don't subscribe. This guy's making money off of just being a jackass. And
you guys are standing here, man. There could be real problems out here, man. And you're worried about speeding. I mean, I get speeding's a serious thing, but there are more serious matters to worry about, man.
So what would you like us to do?
Maybe the places that they're high on crime. So to harass people, man. No, that's a petty one, man. It's very petty crime. It's petty.
Hey, Missy.
You know what else is a crime? Jaywalking. And that's petty. It's not serious.
I'll tell you what. This is what our cops have to put up with.
I mean,
this is what they deal with.
There's no crime. That's just how I look at it, man.
And
Jaywalking
not just
no victim, man.
First Amendment audit people.
You know what?
How you feel about that?
But there's these Second Amendment audit people out there that go out into the park and strap on what looks like an SBR, a short barrel rifle. It's actually a pistol, and because it's got one of those pistol braces on it that looks like a buttstock, but you can stick your hand in there and it wraps around your forearm, and you can grip the firearm with this grip, and it makes it a pistol because it's not technically a buttstock. So if you own one of those, I don't fault you for owning one of those. But don't strap it on and walk around in the park and do your Second Amendment audit to educate people. You haven't educated anybody. You've scared the crap out of a bunch of people in the park who call the police and they say, man, some of them say, there's a man with an assault rifle down here. Some say there's a man walking around the park with a rifle. What do you think the cops are going to do with that kind of 911 call? They're going to send everybody in the vicinity and they're going to jump out of their cars with their ARs. And you're going to go, oh, it's just a pistol. I'm just educating you guys that it's just a pistol. It's a Second Amendment audit. We do it in Tulsa all the time. It's just, you're an idiot. And you're not helping anybody. Let me see if I can pull that video up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's just, some people like to boast about their knowledge of the Constitution when you're really just looking for YouTube likes. And I can't seem to find it. Well, suffice it to say, he's an idiot. And if you're one of those that's running around out there with a pistol that is mistaken for an SBR, a short-barreled rifle, short-barreled rifles are illegal to possess without a federal tax stamp. But if you've got one of these short-barreled rifles that's actually a pistol with the pistol brace, keep it to yourself. There's no reason that you need to go out in the park and create a big stir and get cops called away from calls that they need to be paying attention to. And you're right. They do make us all look bad. Daniel Burgess says, thank you, Daniel, for watching and commenting. And you just make, another thing that you do is you make the government more look sympathetic when they come after those braces. When they're, Biden's going to try to outlaw those. He's already said that you need to outlaw these pistol braces that make short barrel rifles legal. And so, thank you, Second Amendment audit people. That's a great use of your time. Let's go out there and educate 5 or 6 police officers that happen to show up, because nobody else is educated. Everybody else thinks the cops went over there and dealt with the guy with a rifle. And then they scratch their head when they let him walk on and they don't arrest him. And you're lucky you don't get shot. Because in the day and age of active shooters, you kind of look like one. And I get that you're wanting to tout on your YouTube channel that these pistols are legal. Just keep it to yourself. Our cops have enough to deal with in this day and age without you out there acting like an idiot. That's my opinion. So, short video tonight. I just wanted to bring you that body cam in Chicago, really, and wanted to know your opinion, whether you think it was a shoot or don't shoot situation, whether you think what we say here, was it justified or homicide? In my opinion, I don't think the officer should have fired. I'm not calling it criminal homicide because it did meet his policy for use of force, but he's got to live with that. He killed this man, and the man really wasn't trying to hurt him. He had a gun, and he was being stupid by running with the gun, which you should never do. But he didn't deserve to be killed. And so that officer's got to live with that. Hey, listen, if you like this video, give it a like, a thumbs up, and a like or a subscribe, and share it with a friend. Sharing it actually helps us more than anything. So share this video and come back tomorrow. We'll have more body cam fun and controversial issues and something maybe that you haven't seen. We try to bring videos that you haven't seen and educate you a little bit. And if you see any of these Second Amendment audit people out there, tell them how stupid they are. You see any of these First Amendment audit people out there trying to get a rise out of the police, turn your video camera on them and video them. They don't want to be videoed any more than the cops do. It's my opinion, and it ought to be yours. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you watching. We'll be back tomorrow. This is David Ridings at Crime Time Central.